Hello there, fellow creative. Welcome back. My name is McKenna, and thank you so much for joining me today. Let's get straight into the video. Before we do, though, quick disclaimer, I am getting over being sick, so excuse my voice. I will try my best to not sound a mess, but excuse me in advance. I used to try to force my creativity, and when I wasn't able to be creative, I'd try harder to force it. Since reading The Artist's Way, I've learned the best way to create is to let the creativity flow and simply give it the space that it needs to do so. I stopped chasing inspiration and started creating space for it instead. If your ideas have all dried up and you're frustrated with the creative drought too, here are some of my favorite tips. These are things that I do regularly to create space for ideas to flow. Get outside. Being out in nature is truly my happy place, and it has been found in many studies, which I will link below some of, to improve focus and mood. I find that when I do spend a lot of time outside, I am able to think more clearly, and that in turn lets me be able to create easier, if that makes any sense. Some ways I personally enjoy spending time outdoors are hiking, visiting parks, and walking regularly. Put the screens away. This isn't just about screen time, it's about consuming in place of creating. How often do you find yourself turning to your phone or your computer or your TV during your free time? It's relaxing, it's easy, and you may watch content about writing or whatever it is you enjoy instead of doing the actual thing. I am quite guilty of this one and am actively working on changing it. Try scheduling a screen-free hour every day if you spend a lot of your day in front of screens. This has really been something that has helped me a lot. Watch what you consume. I am so guilty of getting sucked down the rabbit hole of YouTube, and there's so much content that makes me feel anxious and overwhelmed. When I focus on consuming more positive content, I just find that I feel better overall. Again, my goal here is to consume less, but also to be more conscious of what I'm consuming as well. Romanticize the process. I can write anywhere easily for like 5 minutes and then I kind of check out. I found that when I take time to get into that writing mindset, I write not only better but longer. I'm able to write for ages and ages instead of just like 5 minutes and like being on my phone or something. And romanticizing the writing process doesn't have to be like extravagant, though obviously it could. Like you could have a whole room of your house dedicated to like a whimsical writing space. That's my dream, but you don't have to. You could also just have a comfy chair in a corner with a cozy blanket, and like that's good. It doesn't have to be like crazy. Let creativity come in waves. And finally, and possibly most importantly, know that creative droughts are inevitable. They are completely normal. They are something you should expect to experience on some level. I like to think of creativity like a pot of tea, and you can have a few cups at a time, and it's so delicious and you want more, but the pot's empty and you have to wait for the water to boil. So just like with the pot of tea, you can have all of these wonderful ideas, but at some point you kind of have to give space for more ideas to come in, and not every idea is going to be this grand thing, so it can take time, and that's okay. I used to feel like I was waiting for ideas and just trying to force them, and it wasn't working. But I realized that I just needed to make space for the ideas because I was just filling my brain with so much worry and anxiety and unrelated and not anything important, just unrelated content and what I was consuming online. And that doesn't leave much room in your mind for ideas. Once I began to slow down and stop forcing things, I found the thoughts started to pour out. I hope this helped you in some way, and thank you so much for watching. I will see you soon.